Birunke. Good afternoon. Omojesun Alfred, good afternoon. Oyidamola, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you are pumped up this week. It's a new week, the second week in the month of December. I mean, the year is fast running out. I hope we are prepared. We are packing our bags already, you know, packing our bags for 2024, preparing for 2024. um, I understand that some people are already even, they're far beyond 2024. They've left many of us behind, which is very good. I mean, shows that you're very intentional about life. You already know you already have your 2025, 26, you have 2020, 2030 plan already. You have everything planned out, giving me the UN's vibe. Whenever UN is having meeting, they were talking about something 2020, COP28, something climate change, something 2035, and all of those things. And they have all of these things lined up. They have activities lined up. They have projects lined up already for all these years. So it is always amazing when we prepare ahead. Nothing beats preparation. Nothing beats preparation. So yes, someone have their hand raised. Mr. Farouk Usman. You want to say something, Mr. Farouk? Oh, Mr. Farouk. Oh yeah. All right. So I'm going to bring in on my lecturer for today, or our lecturer for today. I love, and she loves also to call herself. I mean, we also love to call her the billionaire writer, and she's indeed a billionaire writer. I mean, if you're writing for, if you are the brain behind Dr. Stephen's books, you are the one responsible for churning out those contents that millions of people across the globe read. You have to be a billionaire writer indeed. And before I bring her on board, I think Mr. Farouk wants to say something. So let me pass the ball to Mr. Farouk. Mr. Farouk, the ball is in your court, sir. Mr. Farouk, sir. I guess he mistakenly raised his hand. So let's just all right. I guess it was he mistakenly raised his hand. And I love to always, I love to always start with, I love music. For those of you who came on early before I came on board, you must have heard that I started with music, and I mean, it's just to have us pumped. We are entering into something serious, so we have to start on a very light note. Then we graduate into the serious mode. By the time Tochi comes on board, I cannot start serious when I still have another person coming on board to take us on that journey. And today's class is going to be value packed, highly value packed. And remember that usually the first Monday's classes are usually just a tip of the iceberg. It's just the icing on the cake, not the cake itself. So you want to make sure that you're registered, you pay for the real class. Trust me, I'm so sure, because I've noticed it. It's a pattern. Doctor did it. Miss Alex Barrett did it. Mr. James did it. Miss Jessica did it. Miss Jessica took us last week. They'll just give you a taste. The real dish is always served, on Tuesday or the next class. Sometimes it falls on Wednesday, So you want to ensure that you're registered for that particular one, and that's where you get to enjoy the real deal and what you can apply to make your 100 million. Remember that it's 100 million sales challenge. That's what we're doing. That's what we are up for. And everything we are being taught it's a gear or steering towards that, towards making sure that we make our 100 million sales. It's very possible. We have done it. People have done it, and all of the people that have done it are the one coming on board to take you on this class, share with you the journey, the things you can do to make these things possible. I mean, the person that's coming on board today, Ms. Tochi, is the aside from being a billionaire writer, she's the one in charge of our content and media, at Stephen Akintayo Consulting or Stephen Akintayo Foundation. And there are things you need to do. You cannot for you to even make that amount of sale, you cannot depend on just your contacts. You have to generate leads. So how do you generate leads? How do you use content to generate leads? How do you use media? How do you leverage media, social media especially, to generate your leads, to speak with people, new people, to get prospect, because it's not, if you're looking at everybody, except you are the type who are already established, you have high net worth individuals in your circle, you can just easily reach out to these people. If you don't, it means that you need to get these people. And how do you get them? Content, media, so how do you marry these two to get the best and to get the result you're looking for? Okay, so yes, it's the time. It's 4:14 p.m. by my time here, Nigerian time PM. So if you're joining us from, I don't know wherever you're joining us from across the globe, we are going to be using the Nigerian time because we're in Nigeria. We are hosting from Nigeria. So I'm going to be bringing Miss Tochi on board now to start the lecture for today proper, and she's going to also introduce herself proper. I hope we are going to have an enjoyable class. Please get your pen. By now, I want to believe that our pens and paper are ready. I'm ready to take notes. Even though it's going to be a tip of the iceberg today, I mean, you're still going to get value for the 1 hour, for the next 40 to 45 minutes, And yes, and by time she's done, I'm going to get my some of my senior colleagues on board to come and tell us about the product of the week. Yeah, so yes, please help me welcome with standing ovation, bring Miss Tochi on board as she takes over for me. If you are not clapping, she won't come on board. So start clapping. A billionaire writer is the one coming. Yes, that's the vibe.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Compliments of the season. I trust we're all doing great, and I trust we've gained value so far from this 100 million global real estate sales challenge since the inception, right? So this is the 5th week, and I want to believe that our sales have started coming in. Okay, for those of us joining for the first time, let me just go over what we've learned so far, right? At the week 1, we learned about online branding for realtors. And the second week, we looked at how to be the sales funnel for your real estate business. And the third week, we looked at how to sell with video marketing. Last week, we overcame objections and closing techniques. And today, or this week rather, we'll be looking at social media marketing techniques or secrets for realtors. and I want to believe we are excited about this topic. All right. It's my esteemed privilege to be here. I want to thank Dr. Stephen Aki for speech to you all. So I believe you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. Right? Type in the comment section that you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, I'm waiting for your messages. Good afternoon. I'm a lady, not a man. All right, thank you everyone for joining. So if you have friends that are supposed to be here and are not here, please share the link, right? Share the link and invite them. It's free, right? In 1 hour, we'll be out of here. So share the link, invite your friends, right? Let's have this class. Okay, so we'll be looking at social media marketing for realtors. Social media secrets for realtors, right? Okay. So a brief introduction about me. Okay, so I like to call myself the billionaire writer, right? I'm a content creator, a content writer, and a copywriter. I'm also a personal development trainer, and I've trained over 1,000 people on different personal development topics across platforms in Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, and the rest, right? And I've worked with several personal, business, and corporate brands as a content writer, and I've achieved great results. I'm also an author, and I've worked with several authors on their book projects to bet their books. And I'm currently the head of media at the Stephen Akintayo Consulting Department, overseeing the content department. I've also worked on Dr. books, and we are publishing more. So want you to stay tuned. All right. So just this is what we're going to talk about today, right? The power of social media for realtors, choosing the right platforms, crafting a compelling content strategies for realtors, and building a community and engaging with followers. We might stop at number 4, depending on our time, but let's see how it goes. So I urge you, right, if you've not made payment for the VIP class, please endeavor to do that today, because I have lots and lots of value in stock for all of you. Okay, so these are some testimonials I have. This is my book I presented to Dr. Stephen about 2 years ago. And these are some projects I've carried out in time past. And these are some testimonials from my book, right? This message was sent to me in the midnight. So she was up all night reading the book, and then she just had to send this testimonial. Okay, I also have other testimonials from my presentations on different platforms here. And I've won several awards. The recent of them is the award of recognition as a pace setter in Africa, right? I'm also a member of the Forbes Black Council and a whole lot of other awards, too numerous to mention. Now let's get started, right? The power of social media for realtors. I want to believe we all are realtors here. Even if you're not a realtor, you're welcome. No knowledge is a waste, okay? Let's look at, first of all, from the basics. What is social media? Okay, what is social media? Social media are online platforms, right, and websites that allow users to create, share, and exchange content with others. So it's a platform or platforms, right, where you create content, you share content, and you exchange content with other people. That is social media. And I know most of us here belong to one or more social media platforms. But how well are you maximizing your social media platforms? You're going to know by the end of this class. All right. Now, moving on. What is social media marketing? Right. Social media marketing is a digital marketing strategy that involves using social media platform to promote your products, services, or brands. Now, we're all here for one goal, right? We are selling real estate properties. Right. Now, how often have you been using your social media platforms, right, to promote the products you're selling? Most people are still shy of promoting their products or services. And as Dr. Seku always say, if you're ashamed to sell, you have written a formal letter to poverty. Point A, promote your products on your social media platforms. How will you be doing that? We'll look at that at the end of this class or in the course of this class. Now, what activities can you do on social media platforms? Right, there are a lot of things you can do there. Most people just go to social media platforms to consume content, to have fun, to laugh, to ease off stress and all that. But it is actually a marketing tool, right? For us as a company, right, I can tell you that 90% of our sales have come in through social media. So that's how powerful social media is. And if you can maximize it, I can assure you, right, you're going to hit 100 million in sales. It's just 100 million. You can do that. Now, so let's look at what activity you can do on social media before we delve into this. And that's content sharing, right? So you can create anyone that suits you and suits your audience as well, and share this content across your different platforms. Mind you, right, different platforms require different types of content. Okay, you can't put a content on a platform that's not suitable for it. We'll look at that during the course of this lecture. Okay, another thing for social media is audience engagement. So you have lots of people, right, whom you haven't met physically, right? You engage with them, okay? So it's one way for you to engage your audience, interacting with them through the comments section, through your DMs and all that. Another thing social media strategies for advertising, right? You advertise your products, advertise your services. You can see lots of people always selling one thing or the other every day. I mean, it's one way people make money these days. Some people, they don't have a physical shop, but their shop is on social media. They make money every day on social media promoting their products, okay? Another thing is influencer collaboration. So let's say perhaps you don't have lots of followers on your platform. You can collaborate with people who have lots of following, and it can help you increase in your sales. Okay, we also have brand monitoring, where social media helps you to monitor your brand, know how well your content is doing, know how well your audience are faring, right? Know how far your contents are going, the reach and everything. It helps you do that. Okay, but this class is not for the details. It's the VIP. We're going to look at the details of brand monitoring and all that. Now, what is the importance of social media in the real estate industry? Like I mentioned earlier, I believe we are all in the real estate field, right? Either you're selling land, you're selling houses, you're selling malls, or whatever you're doing property flipping, you're doing short-let apartments. It's all under real estate. Okay, please keep sharing this link. Share the link, invite your friends, invite the people you know this will be of value to them. Now, importance of social media in the real estate industry. Number one, it increases visibility and exposure, right? So once you start making your content and posting on social media, right, your visibility increases, you gain exposure. People from different countries can see what you're doing on social media. So it's not limited to your locality, no. It's a global platform, right? You have people from different parts of the world actively on social media. So once you make a post, it's not just your family members or your classmates or whatever, your colleagues. No, people from different parts of the world are seeing your content, right? The second thing is that it helps you build brand awareness, right? The more you keep posting, the more you keep sharing your content, people become aware of who you are. They become aware of what you stand for. They become aware of the brand you're trying to build, okay? Another thing is targeted. Social media allows you to create a specific demographics and interests, right? Ensuring that your marketing and efforts are directed to those who are interested in them. Okay, so it's specific. You can actually do all that, set them when you're running your adverts or even on your content. Okay. Now it also helps in visual storytelling. Okay, I know most people who are shy of talking to people physically, right? You can hide behind the keyboard or your phone, hide behind it, and tell stories about what you do. All right, and one way to sell effectively is through storytelling, because people are appealed to stories. Okay, people are appealed to emotions. They buy with emotions, and then later they reason with logic. But storytelling helps you as a realtor to sell your products, sell your services faster. Another thing is it helps in engagement, or is important for engagement and interaction. So like I said earlier, when you make your posts, right, you have people who engage in them from different parts, people show interest from different countries that you might not even have the privilege of visiting. You can have clients from those specific countries. And it also is important in showcasing your expertise. So let's say you're very knowledgeable in land banking, you're very good, understand lands in Lagos State. Okay, why not start teaching about it? Information marketing, right? Educate your audience about lands in Lagos. Now, lots of houses are being demolished, right? What is the reason? Why are these houses being demolished? You can start a series, right? Teach your audience, inform them, so they don't make mistakes when they are buying properties. So doing this makes you, or showcases you as an expert. And when people want to buy property, they reach out to you first, because you have been educating them prior to now. All right. We have other points, right? But our time is limited. So let's go to the next one. Importance of building an online presence. Why should you build an online presence? Someone said that social media is the new CV, and it's very true. It's very, very true, right? You have more people know you online compared to offline, right? You have more people following you on your social media platforms compared to you meeting them physically. So it's important, it's paramount to build a reputable online presence. And these are what it helps you, right? It helps in your visibility and in your reach, like we said earlier. It helps in your credibility and trustworthiness, right? People want to see how credible you are, right? How trustworthy you are. Okay, so your online presence helps people know this about you. Now, remember, before people can buy from you, they have to know you. And how can they know you? Through your online presence. Okay, so if you don't have a good online presence, you have to start working on it. I will teach you how to optimize the social media platforms, right? In the line of this course. Okay, but it's important. Start thinking of have a global mentality, right? Have a global mentality. That's what all social media helps you to do. It helps you build the credibility and helps you build your trustworthiness. And that thing is that it helps in your networking opportunities. There are lots of people you cannot meet one-on-one. You cannot meet physically. But through social media, you can meet all of them in one sitting, in one call. For example, now I haven't met any of you here physically, right? But we are all meeting here on Zoom because of social media. All right. Another importance is that it helps in your professional branding, right? You want to establish yourself as an expert in the real estate industry. So you have to brand yourself as one. We'll look at that very soon. It also helps you to stay informed and connected. Okay. It helps you to stay informed, know what's going on around you. It helps you stay connected with like minds, right? People who are also doing what you're doing. You don't want to be left out. All right. So that's what being an online presence helps you achieve. Now, let's look at the statistics on how people or buyers use social media in their home buying journey. Like I said earlier, 90% of our sales, right, are through social media. People buy through social media. And these are the statistics, right? Now, researching property, we see that property physically. So you want to take your content marketing very seriously. All right, because people research. If you type out a property right now on Google, you're gonna see lists of properties there. So they can all see the property physically, right? Another thing is video content impact, right? We now have video content sales, right? If you want to make massive sales, chunk out videos. People are glued to videos because people actually are moved by what they see. Okay. Now, according to this, 25% of home buyers use online video sites doing their home research. So your video has to be appealing, right, before they can be convinced to even call you or contact you. Another thing is your online reviews and testimonials. Positive online reviews and testimonials play a role in decision making. So perhaps you've sold to different clients in the past. You want to have testimonials, either in written format, in video format. Put it out there, what your clients are saying about you. It helps build your trust, right? It helps build the trust of your clients. It helps in your credibility as well. So people are actually attracted to you. They get to know you. They get to like you because of the testimonials you're putting out there. Okay. Another thing it helps is in agents and realtors engagements, right? Social media is a platform for engaging with real estate professionals. There are groups on Facebook, on LinkedIn, where you have professionals in the real estate industry you can actually connect with. Okay. Now, this helps people, right, find their home or make purchases, right, through agents' assistants. So social media is very powerful. If you have been relegating on social media marketing, you have to take it very seriously because it's has a lot to play in your sales. Now, moving on. What platforms can you use in your marketing? Like I said earlier, there are lots of platforms, and the platform you actually choose to use depends on the content you're sharing. Okay, so for example, if you're sharing a written content, that works well with Twitter, LinkedIn, and the likes. If you're sharing a video content, it works very well on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Okay, so knowing the kind of content you're sharing, knowing your audience, your target audience, knowing where they are, because it's one thing to know your target audience so you don't miss out on them. If your audience are on Facebook, right, and you're always posting on TikTok, you might miss out. Okay, and then you complain that, oh, I'm not maximizing or I'm not benefiting from social media. Meanwhile, you haven't actually studied your audience, know where they are, what platform do they use before you can start creating and sharing your content, right? So now we have lots of platforms. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, there's YouTube, there's TikTok, we have WhatsApp, we have Reddit, we have WeChat, we have a whole lot of them. Now, you don't have to be on all of them, right? You just have to know what works for you. If Instagram works for you, stick to Instagram. If TikTok works for you, stick to TikTok. If Facebook works for you, stick to Facebook, right? Know where your audience are. Understand each of the social media platforms. All right? Just basically know what works for you. You can't be everywhere. Okay? Now, I have some key features here that will help you know this platform to use. For example, now Facebook. Facebook works for social for networking, right? It works for content sharing. It works very key on that. And the audience is broad and diverse, right? Broad and diverse user base. For Instagram, it works well for photo and video sharing. Also stories as well and Instagram live. Okay. And the audience are primarily visual content, popular among younger demographics. Okay. Then for Twitter, we have people who are into microblogging, tweets, retweets, trending topics. That's what Twitter works for. Okay, and the audience are real-time information seekers, diverse user base, people who just want to get quick updates, they go to Twitter. Okay, quick updates, you go to Twitter. For LinkedIn is a professional networking platform, strictly professional, right? Job postings, business updates, career updates, and the likes. And the audience are business professionals, job seekers, B2B networking. Okay, so this is important. For Pinterest, it works for visual bookmarking, idea sharing, boards, right? Different boards. And the audience are primarily female users. Lots of women use Pinterest, right? Because of the interface and it's very good to use, right? And then it's also popular for lifestyle, do-it-yourself templates, and all those things. That's what Pinterest basically works for, do-it-yourself and lifestyle marketing. Now, Snapchat, we have disappearing photos and video messages, stories as well, works for Snapchat. And the audience are popular among younger demographics for casual communication, right? It's casual. Remember, LinkedIn is professional, Snapchat is casual, okay? TikTok, key features are short form videos, music, trends, and the likes. And the audience are trending among younger users for creative and entertaining content. Now for WhatsApp, the key features are instant messaging, voice calls, video calls. In fact, people actually respond to WhatsApp than they do to their emails. So WhatsApp, you might want to employ WhatsApp marketing as well. Okay, and the audience are global user base. WhatsApp is global, right? Popular for private messaging. Now we have WeChat. It's the features are messaging, social networking, payments, and the likes. And the audience are predominantly used in China, multifunctioning platforms, and all that. So know the one that works for you and see you can use as many as you can, right? But ensure that your audience are actually seeing your content, so you don't waste content. All right. Now, how can you optimize your social media platforms, right? How can you identify? But before we go to this, right, let's look at guidelines on selecting your platforms, right? What can help you select your social media platform? Number one, identify your target audience. Like I said, identify your target audience. Are you selling to the younger generation or the senior citizens, right? Who are you selling to? Who are your audience? Know them, right? Know where they gather. Know what platform they use. Secondly, define your content type. What kind of content do you want to use? Do you want to use visual content? Do you want to use text-based content? Do you want to use short-form videos like Reels, 30 seconds, 1 minute videos? Is that what you want to use? Know what you want to define your content strategy. Okay. If short-form videos work for you, do that. If text work for you, do that, right? Just define your content. Another thing is test and analyze, right? So you want to start with a few platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, YouTube as well. You can start with those platforms, right? Test it, right? Know the kind of comments you get, know the target audience, the people that reach out or that engage with your content. It can help you to define your target audience. Okay. Now you want to also monitor your engagements, all right, and be effective. Now, if you're in the real estate industry, please ensure that you stick to creating content around real estate. Okay, don't confuse your audience. Most people are not selling because they have confused their audience. Now, let me tell you how. Today, you're posting about real estate. Tomorrow, you're posting about selling bags or selling shoes, or you're posting about something entirely different from the real estate sector. Now, it makes your audience confused. They don't know what you actually stand for. They don't know if you're into the real estate sector or you're into buying and selling of wares and bags and all those things. So stick to one sector, right?
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I believe our network kicked out for a bit, but she'll be back to continue the training. So I believe a lot of you have been getting value from what she's teaching. If you've been getting value, just type I'm getting value so we can know you're with us. So we know it's not a general Nigerian network problem. So if you're getting value, just type I'm getting value. I'm going to open, so just click on the chat button. Yeah. So I'm saying Caroline getting value. Sorry if I spoil your name. I don't basically know names. So there's Precious, Oladaya ODG, Aderinto Adigun. We have Kennedy Godwin, Oluwaseyi Olushola, and so on and so forth. One source may be sustainable again. That's nice one. Ekuribe Kelechi. Fantastic. So my name is Farouk Usman. I'm CEO of GTExons, and I just came here personally to meet with every one of you. So far, you've been doing amazing well on this 100 million sales challenge. However, we've not been getting your sales. And we're just here to have a little discussion, and we keep doing this every time just to give you more knowledge on how you can make those sales and how you can hit those targets. So we'll be having Toti to come up back, and when she's done, I'm taking you on the product of the day, and we'll have some other representatives to teach you about their own products. So Tochi, are you back? Are you good?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry for that break in transmission. So we're looking at tips for optimizing your social media platforms, right? And what can make a social media platform very attractive and appealing. Number one, use a consistent profile picture, right? Ensure that your profile picture is the same across all your social media platforms. And your picture should be a professional headshot because you're selling millions. You can't just post a picture where you are, the background is not so nice, it's not so appealing, okay? People won't take you serious, okay? So go to the studio, take a professional headshot and put across all your social media platforms on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. The same picture should be there so people can be able to recognize you across all the platforms, right? Please, if you don't have that, right, your assignment number one, go now and change your profile pictures if they are not up to standard. Please, please, and please change it. Okay, number two, craft a compelling bio or about, right? Bio or about, like what are you about, right? After your profile picture, right? The next is your bio, right? What do you stand for? What do you do? What can people say about you? What do you want people to know that you do? For example, you're into real estate, right? You can say your number one real estate agent in Lagos or whatever you do, right? So that it can be your pitch, your elevator pitch. You can put it there. My name is this. I help high net worth individuals build wealth through real estate investments. So that can be in your bio section, right? Don't go and put Jesus lover, fine babe. Nobody cares about that, right? This is business we're talking about, right? So you want to change that, craft a compelling bio and edit that today, right? Now, the third one is choose an appropriate username or handle. Just like your profile picture, right? Or your name should be the same across all your social media platforms. If your name is Jami Olaiya, it should be Jami Olaiya across all platforms, right? Don't use Jami Olaiya on Facebook and on TikTok, you use Jami Olabode. Nobody will know you, right? You will confuse your audience, okay? And don't use confusing names. Don't use baby girl for life or Bado, all those things. No. Use your names that people can identify with. All right. Am I communicating? If I'm communicating, let me see it in the chat box. Okay. Another one is, right, include your contact information, right? So that could be your phone number, your email address, your website. It should be visible on your social media platforms, right? And all these platforms have the sections for all these things, right? It's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, it's everywhere on YouTube. So you want to create a seamless transaction between you and your customers. So if they can't reach you on Facebook, maybe you're not responding, they can easily get your contact and call you, right? So include your contact information across all your social media platforms. If you're scared of scammers calling you or all that, you can get a business line, right? Get a business line strictly for business. Okay. Another one is, right, utilize keywords. So in your bio, you want to use keywords. Ensure that there's real estate there, there's realtor, there's land banking if you're into land banking. If you're into property, there's property there. The location is very important as well, because you want to help people find you easily. Okay, so use keywords that resonates with what you do. Okay, relevant keywords in your bio and in your contents, in your posts. If you can see Dr. Sibi, he's always using Africa's most influential investment coach. He's always there. People know him as an investment coach. Okay, because you don't want to confuse your audience. Now, number 6, provide website. I said that earlier. So your contact information, websites, landing pages, right, email address, it should all be in your profile, right? Now, complete all your profile sections. Most people have incomplete profile sections. If you check now, if you go back to LinkedIn, you can see there are some sections for you to put your awards, your recognition, your previous employment history, right? It's important. You can put that as well, right? You can also put your certifications. Facebook has a space for that. LinkedIn has a space for that. So you want to optimize your profile very well. Okay. We also have cover photos and banners, right? All platforms have cover photos, right? Facebook, Instagram. Okay, Instagram, no. Place for your cover photo. So it could be a testimonial, right? It could be maybe a video piece, right? Just design a very good flyer, right? And list what you do with your name, your phone number, your email address, everything that you stand for, and let it be on your cover photo. Okay, it makes your page stand out. All right. Another thing is pin important posts. So if you have, maybe you had an achievement, okay, you achieved the feat. Okay, you can pin that post and your bio is compelling, and then your name is captivating, and then they read the first post about you. You have won the heart of your audience. All right. So there are lots and lots of other tips. I'm going to be sharing them. Okay, sorry for that break. Are we getting value at all? I'm not getting your vibes. What's going on? Okay. Okay. So we have lots of other tips I'll share, but in the VIP shop. Now, it's important to have now. Remember your global brand. And like I said earlier, people reach out to you, people see your posts from different countries to that country, right? But you can connect with people. I mean, it's a global village, right? You can connect with people. People can buy your products from different countries all the clients I've sold to, I haven't met them physically, right? Most of them are in UK, US. I haven't seen them, not even for once, right? But they trust me. They trust my brand. They trust Dr. Steven, and they buy millions, not just 1 million, millions. Okay, so you want to ensure that once you're taking from this class is that you're going to optimize your social media platform, optimize it, right? Make it stand out. You can choose a color. That's another I'm to teach you, right? Choose a color, right? A color that resonates with you. You can have a logo as well. I mean, you're in the business of real estate. It's not crayfish you're selling. So have a logo, choose a color, and let everything be aligned. All right. I would have loved to go further, but our time is fast spent. Right. So for those who I'll be seeing tomorrow, we are going to continue. And I would like to be getting questions now. You can ask me questions. Anybody with a question before I invite our other speakers? Do you have a question? Okay, if there is none, okay, Kennedy Gordon, you said you have a question tomorrow, that is allowed, or you're in the group rights on board, Mr. Farouk Usman. You're welcome. The floor is yours now. Thank you for having me. Okay, Kennedy, please, you have a platform where you teach real estate content. Yes, we have. We have a platform. We have the Stephen Akintayo University, right, where you learn lots and lots about real estate, including how to close clients via social media platforms, right? A client can ask you a question on your comment section, and you can close a client on the spot, right? You will learn all that at the university, Stephen Akintayo University. So you can register there. I'll drop the link, okay, for you to register. Stephen Akintayo University.com, right? So you want to go there and register. No, it's not free. It's actually paid. We have different packages. The 3 months package does gain value. I promise you that. Okay, which platforms are best for foreign clients and for, okay, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. Yes, they're best for foreign clients. Instagram works as well. Instagram. Yes, okay. Mr. Farouk, over to you. Thank you so much for having me. See you all tomorrow.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Tochi. It was an amazing session. I'll try to stay on time because I know time is fast spent. So we're going to start by watching this short video, and we can get started.
I need to confirm this. I did now screenshot you. Install this.
Okay, I believe the video is playing slower than it should be. So I'll probably send the video to look at it. So that's the video of our new Jasper Kerry Houston property. And it's a 40-acre property. Let me show you what the property looks like at the moment. And with the skills you just learned today, I'm sure you have all the tools to basically push this property. So this property is about 40 acres and it's located in Katy, Houston. This is the area view of what the property looks like at the moment. As you can see, it's a fantastic property. And this property has a lake in it. As you can see, this is the lake, and you can follow my arrow. It starts from here down to this end, and it captures some of the lake and also capture. So it's like a rectangular shape. So this is what the property looks like. So what we're doing, our plan, our projection is to build about 400 units of housing here. And the way the US market works, housing is quite different, right? But we're building 400 houses over here. And we're currently pushing this property and inviting people should join with us as ideal investors. And investors basically means those that want to invest in the project and get returns every year. So look at it like a dollar investment for GVest. Those are the first clients that we're actually looking to get here. And the second are those that are interested in the housing itself. Let me just show you more images of what the layout of the estate looks like. The second kind of clients we're looking for are those that are interested in the 400 units, and the pricing of this property is ranging between $300,000 to about $400,000. And for some of you may be wondering, this may be expensive for people to buy. So what we've been able to do is to partner with a mortgage institution that can give out mortgage loans to people in the US and people outside the US. And the way mortgage typically works is that you pay 30% deposit and you can spread it 70% after construction. Right, so if you do 30% of $300,000, that's about $90,000, meaning a client can pay $90,000 deposit. And we're quite flexible because we're still in the initial stage. They can pay within the first 6 months, meaning the client can pay $90,000 for 6 months. And after that, we begin construction. And the 70% to be converted into a mortgage loan that can be paid over 30 years. Right? They can pay up to 30 years. That's how realistic it is. And it's a very quite exciting project because this is one of our first developments. Our main development in the US. Of course, we are selling other houses in the US. We're selling townhouses in Georgia for about $250,000 for 3-bedroom. But the unique thing about this is a hot property. Houston is very hot in real estate right now. And when this property, as you can see, there's room for improvement, there's room for development. It's already done, houses already being built here. And in fact, there's actually a high school that is located in this location that is going to bring in lots of investors within the next 18 to 36 months. They have here to about 3 years. So for us, the company, we are like, where is the best place for GTEX Homes to position itself that can give high return on investment for their clients? And that's why we have Jasper Houston in this location. So let me just show you what our layout looks like. Currently, this is what the layout looks like. I'm sure you can see my screen. And as I said before, we are building over 400 units. And this is, so if you look at what I showed you this way, the entrance that you can see, and this is the side of the lake. This is where the lake is. And there's currently a town home in the middle here, the ranch there where animals can actually live in and stay. And there's actually a 5-bedroom property for this property already. And this is where it is located at. So we have different parts of the estate that is focused on recreational activities, green areas, commercial areas, a mall, right? We have a golf range as well. There's a golf house for relaxation. There's a health clinic. There's a recreational center. There's actually a walk-through aquarium. in this estate. So we are calling on investors to invest with us, and they can get between 9% to about 13% ROI annually. And the minimum investment they can get is about $50,000 for those that are really interested in these properties. And of course, this is what we have in the US. Let me see if there's one more thing I can share with you before I take some questions. Yes, so your clients may ask you some different questions like what's the mortgage rate? What's the rental income in that area at the moment? I did my research this morning and I found out that let me even show you myself. And I found that an average 4-bedroom in this area goes for about $2,200 per month. They pay it by per month over the US most of the time, most of the rentals that they do. And our average 4-bedroom is going for about $2,000, $2,800, $3,000 per month, which means that the client that is buying a 4-bedroom for about $300,000 can potentially make as much as 10% every month. Every year. If you remove deductibles and tax, between 9 to 10%. And it's a very, very high return rate in real estate anywhere in the world. If you buy a house in Lekki for 100 million, you cannot get 10 million rent every year. So you can see there are lots of opportunities for people that are buying houses, and there are lots of opportunities for those that are doing the investment in this property itself. I wish I could show you some of the just to show you some of the houses in that area, but because of time, I may not be able to do that. Maybe as we take questions, I may actually be able to show you some things. So who has any questions for me before I let the next speaker talk? I want to know more information about the investment opportunity in Texas. Right. So the investment opportunity in Texas, basically, what we're saying is that people can pay as little as $50,000, that's 15 million, and get about 9% return every year. And the minimum time we're giving for investments is for 5 years. So they get their returns every year for the next 5 to 10 years. They can go for 5 years investment, or they can go for 10 years investment and get ROI between 9% to 13%, depending on the amounts that they are investing. Now, you may say some people don't have up to 50,000, but they want to invest in this property, but they can go through a Nigerian investment and pay to our foreign DOM account, and it's also be used for this property. So our GVest in Nigeria can take up to they can take $10,000, $20,000 for investments. But if you are going for the US on itself, it has to be minimum of $50,000. And so we may ask you, how can you take investment if you're a real estate company? The beautiful thing is that we're actually a registered investment firm in the US. It's called GVest Investment Capital, and it's SEC approved by the US, which allows us to take funds for a minimum of $50,000 and above. Right. So those are the investment opportunities that are available in Texas. Any other question? Let me check. So if you have other questions regarding getting to the group chat, you can reach out to the admin, and I'm sure they would they pass that information across. So give me a minute. Let me show you. Yeah, so let me show you what I have here regarding average rental income over there. So as you can see 2,215 plus 3 beds, 2,699 for 4 beds, 2,100 for 3 beds. You can see 2,250, 2,195. You can see this one, $4,000 every month. Every month. These are the potential ROI your clients can make by having an investment in this location. If you do $4,000 in 12 months, that's $48,000. If you are buying a house of $400,000, It means every year you are making more than 10%. And in 10 years, right, not only have you gotten capital appreciation of those houses, you've also made the money that you used to buy these houses. So these are the conversations you can have with your clients that also shows guarantee that we can pay them outright on this particular product, and we can keep up with paying those returns on investments. So how we don't have 100 plots anywhere for 500K per plot. We don't do that. We're a real estate company. We buy and we build. So our next speaker will be able to address those questions regarding land. Access to the materials. The materials will be forwarded to the group. We'll drop the video, drop the pictures, and we'll drop all that information regarding this property. I belong to Women Real Estate Network in the US, and I'd like to sell this opportunity. Of course, you can. Another thing you can also do is that you can create a webinar and bring us to come and speak. And of course, you get your commission for closing. So you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I prefer WhatsApp communication on this number. And that's my name, 0701-408-7669. Or you can send an email to ceo@gtexhomes.com for further questions in case you have clients interested in this property. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today, and we bring the next speaker. We're having Ms. Kunet Uchendu, who is the general manager for GTEX Land, and she'll be introducing the products that we have in GTEX Land for the week.
Hey, thank you so much, Mr. Farouk. Wow, I enjoyed that wonderful section. So for those of you who would want to earn in dollars, that you want to get your commission in GTEX Land and you want it in dollars, I bet you that's your best product. So yes, that was a wonderful presentation. I believe that over the week, or as we've been doing this whole training and all, we've had several representatives for GTEX Land present on several of our estates, that's our landed property, and they've shared several ways and opportunities and how you can even key into it and how you can also sell. So I'll share my screen. I just have a product for today that I would like us to talk about, and that's okay, Farouk, I don't know if you can confirm if you can see my screen, or the admin. Can anyone confirm if they can see my screen? Okay, if you can see my screen, you can tap. You can type it there on the chat box that you can see. Oh, I just got it thumbs up. Okay, so that's it. For today, we'll be talking about Real Estate Abeokuta. I believe it's bold enough now. Real Estate Abeokuta is also one of our babies in GTEX Land. And yes, for you to sell a property, you just need to know what to look out for. So for example, if you're listing a property, they'll ask you what's the name of the estate, where is the land located, what comes with it, or what do I get as a client, or what's it called, as a marketer, how much is this estate sold, what are the benefits if I buy into this estate. So the reason why I'm saying this is I'm going to make my presentation towards that area. So Real Estate Abeokuta is, sorry, give me a moment. Okay, I'm so sorry for that interruption. So back to our conversation. Real Estate Abeokuta. Now, I'm going to teach this in two ways, aside all of those features I have mentioned. If you are a client or you are a marketer, there are two ways people can buy your property. So first, you need to know why they are going into real estate. Am I buying? Now, I'm not talking about for housing, but yes, you need to know if they want to go into the housing area or the landed property. But there are two reasons why people might buy for land. It's either for residential or for commercial. Now, if you're buying for any of them, there's also two reasons why you can either buy for commercial or residential. Now you're looking for a property to build, or you're looking for a property for investment, which is what we call land banking. Now, land banking is a process where you buy a property and you can decide to hold. I like to engage my audience. So if you can hear me or you're actually following up, so can you just type something? You can either give me a thumbs up or you talk or you say you can hear me or you're following. So I just want you guys to follow up with me, and I'm very sure that my audience can hear me. So just like I said, you're either buying, if you're buying for residential or commercial, you're either buying for that purpose, either for land banking or ready to build. Now, majority of our products, some of you must have heard Dr. Steven constantly saying, buy this property for land banking, how you can become a billionaire through real estate and others. That's what land banking is all about. So you get the property, you can decide to hold it for, let's say, about 3 to 5 years or 5 to 10 years, and you can sell for a good amount, a reasonable amount in the next 10 to 5 to 10 years. So let's go with an event that happened at Ekpe. Yes, we had a launch recently at Ekpe, and good news, we're having another one coming up in Abuja. That's our estate in Kuje. So what happened in Ekpe, we had that the priest tell people why they should get the land. He even gave a story of how he got a property about 350K back then, as of 2011 or 2010 or so. And he said, because he wasn't really sure about the real estate space and he didn't know how it worked. So he had to sell off that property for 500K. The moment he just added. Now he's telling me that the person he sold it to currently is selling for, did he say over $1 billion? This is like a property around Lekki on the island. So when you hear about land banking, that is the full story for land banking. Yeah. So let's go back to real estate Abeokuta. Now, if you are a client or you have a client who would like to go into real estate or would like to own a property, I bet you need to pitch land banking for them. If you are also a client and you just have few amounts of money you'd like to keep somewhere instead of leaving it in the bank, then I bet you real estate Abeokuta is your best bet. So just like I said, this property has a CFO, that is a title on the property. So if you're looking at the flyer, you can see clearly that it has a CFO, and our standard square meter per plot is 400 square meters. So it is also important that you have the details of that estate, so you are very sure that you want to key into it or you've made the right decision. So yes, this is a Christmas promo, which is a 25% off promo for real estate Abeokuta. And if you are looking towards the area of the payments, that you would see something written outright payments, which is we have 10 million and we have 18.5 million. Now, remember I said this estate is on a 25% promo discount. So if you're going by the actual price, this estate is valued for 18.5 million. Now, mind you, when we start selling very estate Abeokuta, I think we're selling for about 5 million, 4.5. Now, this estate is valued for 18.5 million. But courtesy of our Christmas and New Year promo, we're selling for 10 million outright payment. Now, if you go down, you would see, what's it called? You would see a box written installment payment. So if you are a client or you are a marketer for GTEx loans and you want your client to key into this, probably they do not have the entire amount of money. You can pitch in what we call installment payment plan. So clients can spread their payments for as much as 3 to 6 months. And if you're going for that option, you're paying 15 million naira. That's you're depositing 5 million naira as initial deposit and you spread the rest across 3 to 6 months. Now, before I go to the next box, which is the mini estate, we have what we call the landmark and the features for buying into these estates. Yes, it is very, very important. Now, you've heard me say 10 million naira, you've heard me say 15 million naira. And a lot of you might be wondering, yes, I'm just seeing this fly, very estate Abeokuta, I have a CFO. Mind you, a property with a CFO is priced even higher than this in Abeokuta. But let's go over to the features. Now, just like some of my colleagues have explained, this estate it's a green and smart estate. It has what we call a centralized sewage system. There's a good road network. It's a gated community. That means it's fenced. And then we have security. Yes, security in this estate will be tight. We have our treated water system, 24/7 power supply. We have play areas and gym. These are recreational centers. Yes, so for GTEx land, this is what we have as side attractions for each of our estates. So if you're buying a plot in real estate Abeokuta, you're buying as a service plot. So you're not just buying as I own a plot of land at Very Estate Abeokuta, but it serves as a service plot. The service plot here is, it comes with all of these services in that estate. So if you're buying the recreational center that is going to be built in that estate is also accessible to you. So imagine you buying into an estate that has all of this. You are sure to get value in your property. Now, the question now is, how do I get this land banking Ms. Queenette has been preaching? How do I get value for it? Is it just all of these services? No, that's not all. So for each of our estates, we have something called a unique feature that we put in place that would help you skyrocket the price in that estate. So what we're proposing for Very Estate Abeokuta, aside all of these features, is a polo estate. So that estate is very large, and we've talked about it. What do you think is missing in Abeokuta? Because that's what makes you unique from the other estate. There are so many real estate companies, but what makes your property unique? So for we, GTEX Land, we pick up special features that we can put into this particular estate that will give you the best. So let's look at it again. I said Very Polo Estate, okay, in Abeokuta. So we're having a polo estate in that area, and some of the landmarks close to that location is Muhammadu Buhari Estate, Ogun Tech Hub. We have the governor's office. We have Obasanjo Hilltop Estate. We have Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. So back to it. This estate is directly faced on the expressway. And then we have the Obasanjo Presidential Library. So what do we do at GTEX Land? Again, we make sure that the location is a priceless location, a location that will guarantee you the return of investment that we just spoke about. And another thing is, yes, the features around it. The features around that location must be able to give you that calculation that I have just said now. So you are very sure that aside the features we're putting in, the special unique feature, let me put it that way, you are sure of the return of investment. Now, to get more details on this estate, if you want to go for something like 6 plots and above, the price is reduced. Remember, it's 10 million naira outright and 50 million on installments. If you like to get an offer for the mini estate, aside what you see here, when I mean aside what you see here, if you want to get for this 5 million per plot and 30 million for 6 plots, reach out to the number that I'll be typing on the comment section. So this is just to make it easier for anyone who would like to key into GTEX Land, that's the subsidiary, one of the subsidiaries here in GTEX Homes. So I would like to round up with something. As an investor, Dr. Stephen would always tell you that every single billionaire that you see today became so through real estate. It's not a joke. It takes a lot for some of these billionaires to tell you how they made it. So there's something people always say again. They tell you that real estate itself is a priceless feature. And aside from that, every single business in this world at large, every single business deals with real estate. So if you say you're doing logistics, for example, your vehicle or your bike, it moves on land, right? It occupies a space in real estate. Even where you situate your offices, it occupies a space in real estate. There's this popular burger company. When they started, it was not just about selling burgers. It was also about occupying a space in real estate. And I bet you, just like Dr. Stephen would say, just like I've repeated, if you want to be that billionaire tomorrow, trust me, you have to do so through real estate. Own a piece of earth so you are very sure that your generations to come is secured. I watched a video interview of one celebrity, I'm trying to remember her name, and she said up till now, oh, it's even a media personality on a TVC news. She said up till now, that's Muriah Brown, that she's still taking money from one of the inheritance the father left for them. So what does that tell you? Get real estate, okay? Get real estate and you're sure of your, what's it called, transgenerational wealth. You're sure that you'll be making money even while you sleep. Landlords are doing so. So I'm going to drop the phone number just in case anyone is interested or you want to get more features of this estate, you like to get further inquiries or information regarding to it. So reach out to Queenette on this line. Again, I'm the general manager for GTEX Land. So I'm really happy we had this conversation and I'm very sure we have smart investors here who would key into this investment, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. So if you have any questions for me, for the sake of time, please reach out to the number. Once again, thank you very much, SAF, for having me on this platform. And I really hope that I have I've been able to convince you and not to convince you that, not to confuse you, sorry, that real estate, land banking is your best bet towards making and generating wealth. So thank you very much, Stephen Akindele Foundation.
Yeah, so quickly, let's have Mr. Lolade come address us that's the representative from GVest. So Lolade, are you here, please? Mr. Lolade, are you here? All right, please, kindly take over from me as I turn off my video and also mute myself. Thank you. Yeah, okay, I can see. I think you went off for a while. I was looking for you. So I would bring you on board shortly.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here. So I'll just go straight into GVS. So I'll be sharing my screen right away. I'm very sure you've been in this sales challenge for the past how many weeks now, and my colleagues have been coming here to share with you what GVS is all about. So GVS is a cooperative under the umbrella of GTEX Holdings, and it is a real estate digital platform that allows diverse investors key into real estate without owning a property, but then you earn constant return on investment. So if you ask me, how is this done? This is done by bringing together investors so that they can co-own a property and they earn rental income for themselves. Just imagine now you have, just imagine your landlord now. Your landlord, a property is owned by two landlords. So they come together just to own that property. And then you pay rent to them. So that the rent is being shared between the two landlords. I hope you understand. So that is what GVS Cooperative is all about. So they help investors, they bring investors together so that they can own a property, and then they earn return on investment, which is popularly known to them as rental income. So one way to pitch GVS to your prospects is to pitch the GVest app. GVest has an application that allows people, investors, prospects to monitor their investments. In fact, you can now make payments via the GVest app. Everything is now seamless. You can do everything via the GVest app. You don't have to meet with somebody. You don't need a guide. You don't need everything. You just need is for you to download the GVest app on your Google Play Store or your App Store and register. So once you register, you'll find varieties of products that we have on the GVest app. We have the 2 million naira, we have the 5 million naira, we have the 10 million naira. The purposes you can basically invest in, and you would monitor your investment right from the start till the day of maturity, down to the point whereby you'll be paid your ROI, till the point of maturity where you can also get your capital back in full. So let me just walk you through some of the benefits. One reason why it is important to invest in GVest with GVest is capital appreciation. Just imagine now you keeping your 2 million naira in your bank. What return do you have on your capital? You have little to no return on your capital. You cannot be expecting the bank to give you a 1% return on that capital. Meanwhile, you can earn up to 14%, in fact, up to 24% return yearly if you invest with GVest, which a bank cannot give. So if you'd ask me, why do you think GVest will not go bankrupt anytime soon? The reason is because GVest is an asset-backed investment. So if at all we are unable to pay your return on investment, which has never happened before, we will give you a property. What's your investment? I hope everybody's following me. You will get a property. What's your investment? But for the past 3 years, we have been doing this. We have never defaulted in paying our ROI to our investors. So this is one way you can pitch GVest to your prospects. You pitch the capital appreciation, and you can also pitch GVest via the GVest application. They can download GVest app on their Google Play Store or their Apple Store, which makes everything seamless. You don't have to get an account number before you pay. You can pay directly from the application. So also, I'll be showing you quickly the plans we have shortly. Few seconds, please. Okay, yeah. So I hope you can see my screen. For example, now, if you invest 2 million naira, you'll be getting 14% return on investment. Note, the higher your capital, the higher your return on investment. So if you're an investor, or if you invest 10 million naira now, you're getting 18% return. But if you invest 100 million naira, you'll be getting 24% return on investment. And by the time it will be, for example, now if you say you want to leave it with us for 5 years, by the end of 5 years, you would have accumulated more than the amount you invested. And after 5 years, you will also get your capital. So let me explain better. So if you say you want to invest 100 million naira for 5 years, now you get return yearly. So the accumulation of all the return you'll be getting from year 1 to year 5 will amount to 120 million naira. And after we paid the 120 million naira to you, we still get your 100 million naira back in your account. This is why it is better to invest with GVest than to invest with your bank, than to keep your money in your bank. In fact, a fixed deposit account cannot do justice, cannot give you the return you are looking for. So only investment in real estate can give you what you are looking for. So let me go quickly into the promo. Let me share my screen with you so you can see. Yes, this is the promo we are having. This is the Christmas period, and we want every of our investors to partake in what we are giving out. So now, for every purchase, you have an opportunity to get a GVest gift box, plus you donate a gift box to charity. So for every investment between 10 million naira and above, between 10 million naira and 90 million naira, you get a raffle ticket plus a gift box. These benefits are the benefits of of an investor. You get. So if you invest, if as an investor, or if you have a prospect that wants to invest, if the person invests between 10 million naira to 20 million naira, the person has an opportunity to get a gift box and a raffle ticket. So I'll explain the raffle ticket later. So if your investor invests between 20 million naira plus, you get a raffle ticket plus a night at luxury suite La Campagne Tropicana. So you don't want to joke with this. And if you can pitch this well to your investor, how much more? I've given you different ways in which you can pitch the GVest. Yes, you can pitch the fact that they cannot get return that they're looking for in bank, and also the GPS application that they can seamlessly download and monitor their investments. And now the promo, they are having an opportunity to enjoy a luxury suite and La Campagne Tropicana, and an opportunity to get a raffle ticket. So for 50 million naira investment, you will be getting 2 nights at Lakoya Golf Resort and Lake with both crews and 1 golf session. So I hope you are following me. I guess somebody has a question. Please let me check it out. Does GTEX have an investment opportunity in Akuboi, Ibadan? No, but we have properties at Ibadan, landed properties at Ibadan. Yes. Please just reach out, just type your question in the question box so that we can attend to it later. Thank you. So for purchase of 100 million naira, investment of 100 million naira plus, you have an opportunity to get, not just an opportunity, you are getting an all expense paid trip to Zanzibar for 100 million naira investments. Plus, you are getting all expense paid trip to Zanzibar. So let me now explain the raffle ticket. So you know how they do raffle draw now. So if you are lucky, you can get an all expense paid trip to Zanzibar. So the choice is yours. You can easily get the expense paid trip to Zanzibar without the raffle ticket, without engaging in the raffle draw. That's if you purchase a 100 million naira plus investment. But if you want to go via the other routes, that's fine. You can be lucky and you can win it. So these are the ways you can pitch this product to your investors. If you have a question, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Any question? Okay, in absence of any question, I think I'm done with my session. Thank you very much for having me. I hope you bring in the sales in its millions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ololade. We appreciate you. Thank you everyone for sitting in so far. I mean, it's been a long day, a long lecture from Mr. Ochi, and also the product knowledge from Mr. Faru, Ms. Queenette, and Mr. Ololade. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for hanging in for this almost 2 hours now. So for further questions, for further inquiries, please do not hesitate to reach out to us on the group. You know, we have a group chat, so just send in your questions, send in your inquiries. The community manager, that's Miss Phoebe, would take up your questions, would answer them appropriately and accordingly. Thank you once again, everyone. I hope we go into this week energized to make those sales. Go speak to somebody today about these different products, GVest, GVest, homes and landed properties. Go talk to those people. You know, let's make use of what Ms. Tochi has taught us, how using content, you know, to drive to drive prospects, you know, into your sales funnel, people you can reach out to. And I mean, tomorrow's class, I'm sure by the time Ms. Tochi only, she was telling me that she only gave you like one third, no, 1/4 of what she prepared. So she's going to be revealing all the rest in all of the other valuable insights, sharing all those other valuable insights with us tomorrow by God's grace. Till then, I said please do enjoy the rest of the day, and let's stay safe out there. It's December. Cheers. We love you. Bye-bye. Okay, for the person who has not got access to the group chat, I'm going to send your number to the community manager to add you. You'll be added today. So yes, thank you so much. That's Mr. Oladayo Awudiji. So I will get your number and do the needful. I'm doing that right away. Okay, yeah, I've done that. Thank you so much, everyone. Do I have another question? Okay, I think that's about all. Just trying to ensure that we have all questions answered. All right, so catch you tomorrow, God willing.